tomorrow. You know, so I don't know what's going on, but really, I'm really interested in it though. As long as my son's all right and everything's in order.
This is awful. I mean, there's just no way to spin it. Eddie Hall is in deep, deep trouble unless he can land a miracle punch. I've been saying it now for months, but I'm starting to see more and more that it is far more unlikely that he lands said punch than does, and it's far more likely that Tommy Fury does exactly whatever the fuck he wants to do to Eddie Hall.
John Fury has seen Eddie Hall's bulked-up physique, and the questions he is asking are ones the whole boxing world is now repeating. How does a man look like that ahead of a boxing match? And one analyst laid out exactly why that body is raising serious concerns before a single punch is thrown.
When he boxes Tommy, Eddie Hall won't want to fight no more.
You saying if he won done for Eddie Hall?
That'll be it. He won't want to fight him no more.
John Fury is 130 kilograms, and he is openly admitting that Hall is knocking the hell out of him in sparring. This is not a small man getting pushed around. This is a giant saying the power is real. But the question the boxing world keeps asking is how that body got built so fast, and nobody is getting a straight answer.
We trained hard for this, you know what I'm saying? People, there's more to it than what they think, you know. I like me, I'm what, 130 kilograms. He's knocking the hell out of me. You know, and at the end of the day, you can't let me at 16 stone hit you clean, because you'll go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
These guys, I'm like, look, you talk the talk, you fucking walk around headbutting and smacking people and punching windows and whatever else. I said, well, why don't you guys fucking put your money where your mouth is for once?
You said yours. Incredible. Never seen no like it. You'd never think a human being would ever be that strong. Look at that there. That's how much he believes in what he wants to do. Pissing blood out of his nose. He was prepared to die for that lift, and that proves it. Look, great, incredible, good man, Eddie Hall. Got a lot of time for you, mate. Brilliant. That's how much he wanted that look, and that's how much Tyson wants it. Like he wanted that lift. That's how much Tyson wants to win, like Eddie Hall.
John Fury is not impressed by the size one bit. He has felt Tommy's power firsthand, and his message is clear. Hall is walking into something he is completely unprepared for. The 2-minute round request alone tells you everything about whether Hall genuinely believes his own physique can last against a trained professional.
I don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small. Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt on, I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it? He can't do the 3. You know, I can't blame him. You've got to give Eddie all props because he's not a fighter. He's going to get in with Tommy knowing full well what can happen to him. And the only thing he's going to try and do is swing, but he won't be able to.
A sharp boxing analyst broke down the fundamental problem with Hall's game plan. All that bulk means nothing if you cannot land the weapon cleanly. Hall is throwing his right hand like a man who has unlimited energy, but that physique of his is going to gas him out long before Tommy Fury is in any real danger.
Just pull off a miracle right hand. What I'm seeing makes me even more skeptical to that time, because he doesn't understand space and distance. He doesn't understand timing and rhythm. He doesn't understand how valuable his right hand is. And it seems like I'm being counterintuitive because all he's throwing is right hand, but he needs to value that thing. It needs to be, like I said, a weapon of mass destruction. You only bring it out at certain points so Tommy doesn't get a read on it, and also so you don't gash your...
Hall genuinely believes the size is the equalizer, and he is not entirely wrong. One clean shot from a man carrying that weight, and the fight is over in an instant. But Tommy Fury has spent his entire life making sure shots like that do not land, and that is the part Hall has not figured out yet.
Got me down on all those, but what you cannot beat is sheer size. You know, I think there's going to be 100+ pounds in weight difference.
Yeah.
50 kilo. And I don't care who you are, if that catches you on.
Tommy is not wasting energy on words. While Hall has been posting physique pictures and making noise online, Tommy has been in the gym letting his hands do the talking. That kind of quiet confidence from a Fury is not something you want to be on the receiving end of on fight night.
Like say, yes, that is the reason why I'm sat around the table. You know, I could have easily got on the phone to Eddie and had a back and forth, this and that, and said, oh, you can't say this, or I'll do this, or I'll do this. But no problem. I'll let these do the talking for me, Dad, on the 13th.
John Fury keeps coming back to the same point, and it is worth listening to. Hall asked for 2-minute rounds, and that single detail reveals more about his confidence in that bulked-up body than any social media post ever could. If you truly believe that physique could carry you, you would not be negotiating the round length.
Got a deal with Tommy. Tommy's going to do the chinning with him, as you've seen today. Eddie Hall, when Tommy's fought him, he's not going to want to fight again. You don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small, Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt on, I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it?
John Fury keeps coming back to the same point, and it is worth listening to. Hall asked for 2-minute rounds, and that single detail reveals more about his confidence in that bulked-up body than any social media post ever could. If you truly believe that physique could carry you, you would not be negotiating the round length.
See, a lot of people that don't know the fight game, they would go, please behave. He's the strongest man in the world, but I don't mean you can hit hard. I've been in the ring with big strong men before, like massive men. In boxing, you got to know how to punch and put your back and your shoulder and everything into it, and you got to put your knuckles over as well. It's not just about throwing it like that or like that. There's a whole technique to it. And believe it or not, the quicker the shot is, and it makes it harder. You got to have that whip in it. So, I don't know, listen, obviously, you don't want to get hit off him. You don't want to be in the firing range, but at the end of the day, I'd prefer to be in the ring with a big man like him than a nimble, quick 15-stoner that can bang us.
A major promoter laid it out plainly. The money is life-changing, the attention is massive, and the belief in the camp is genuine. This is not just a spectacle fight for the Fury side. It is a calculated move, and the man managing the business end of it believes Tommy wins and gets paid handsomely in the process.
It's grabbed everybody's attention for various reasons, and they're getting, Tommy's getting life-changing money, and how can you, I can't knock that. You're in the ring, it's a dangerous place to be, and my job is, if I see a fight that I feel he can win and I'll put him into it, then I'll do that, and it gets him further up the ladder. Not only do I think he can win it, I think obviously this is a high-profile fight, but he's getting a truckload of money for it, so it ticks all the boxes.
A former fighter called it a circus and a load of bollocks in the same breath, but admitted he cannot look away. That is the reality of what Eddie Hall's shocking physique has created around this fight. The boxing purists are rolling their eyes, but everyone, including them, will be watching when that first bell rings.
Watch it. Of course I'll watch it. I like Tommy Fury a lot. I'm a Tommy Fury fan. Eddie Hall. I'm an Eddie Hall fan. I like the world's strongest man. A lot of respect for him. So of course I'll watch it. I'll watch it as it's a spectacle in it. It's part of the new bit of circusry that's come into boxing. All these exhibitions, different people from different sports coming in. But for all intents and purposes, as a boxing match, what a load of bollocks. Yeah, I don't think it. I don't like it too much, but I'll watch it because it's interesting in lots of ways, and I think people find it interesting.
A fighter who has actually been in the ring with Hall gave his verdict, and even he could not say it with complete certainty. Should Tommy win? Absolutely, but that word should carry weight in boxing. Hall at 140 kilograms is not something you dismiss, and anyone who has sparred that man knows exactly why.
I mean, Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy, but Tommy should win, innit? Like, he should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good fight.
Even a media voice admitted he would not fancy being across the ring from Hall regardless of the boxing credentials involved. That tells you something real about what that physique represents. The danger is genuine, and the fact that Tommy is stepping in anyway says everything about the Fury mentality.
Won't it? If it's a good, fun event and you take it for what it is, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in it, You know, I wouldn't be across the ring from this fella. But notwithstanding, I'm quite happy for Tommy Fury to get a punch in the face.
One of the most respected combat sports athletes in the world trained with both men and gave the most honest breakdown of anyone. Tommy has the skill edge without question, but Hall can genuinely fight, and that combination of real ability inside that bulked-up physique is what makes this fight far more dangerous than people are admitting.
Fight. Tommy is obviously a boxer. Eddie can fight as well, though, to be fair. So, yeah.
You've trained with both of them, though.
I've trained with both of them.
What's the skills? What's the breakdown for this one?
Tommy's been boxing all his life, so you would think that the edge should go to Tommy, but Eddie can actually genuinely fight. So
the sparring footage tells the real story. Hall is developing his jab and trying to set up that right hand, but Tommy Fury on his bike moving around the ring is a completely different problem to anything Hall has faced in preparation. The question is not whether Hall has power. The question is whether he can ever get close enough to use it. A promoter with decades of experience confirmed what the footage already showed. Hall looks like an absolute animal in the gym, and the sparring sessions have been serious. Both camps respected what they saw. But respecting power in sparring and surviving it under fight night pressure with Tommy Fury throwing combinations are two very different things entirely.
His ability to go in there and believe that he can go and mix it with these guys. Listen, sparring at the end of the day, and but I know for a fact that both guys appreciated each other's work.
The blueprint already exists. Thor outboxed Hall and exposed the limitations that come with swinging for knockouts without the technical foundation to back it up. Tommy Fury is a significantly sharper boxer than Thor, and if he can survive the early rounds when Hall has that bulk working for him, the fight becomes one-sided very quickly.
And you know, if strongmen, being the strongest man in the world and picking up half a ton meant you was the best fighter of all, everyone would be a world champion, wouldn't they? If being big and strong meant you could fight, everyone would be a world champion. But in this game, it's not about how much weight you can lift. It's not about how strong you are. There's a ton more things to the fight game, and that's what I'm looking to show Eddie on them.
This fight means more than people are giving it credit for. Yes, it has the circus element. Yes, the boxing purists are uncomfortable with it. But strip all of that away, and what you have is a professional boxer with Fury blood running through his veins standing across from a man who has done something extraordinary to his body ahead of this contest. And John Fury himself has admitted that power is real if Hall lands that right hand clean and Tommy Fury goes down, the entire boxing world will stop. Hall becomes the most talked about crossover story in the history of the sport, and the Fury name takes a hit it will not forget in a hurry. But if Tommy Fury boxes smart, uses his feet, breaks Hall down round by round, and either stops him late or dominates every second of the contest, then he silences every single person who called this a circus. He proves the Fury genetics are real at any level, and he reminds the world that technique built over a lifetime cannot be replaced by a bulked-up physique, no matter how shocking it looks at the weigh-in. Mentally, Tommy is in a completely different place. He has done this his whole life. Hall is running on adrenaline, belief, and a body that has been pushed to its absolute limit to get here. When that adrenaline fades after the first round, the boxing instincts take over, and that is Tommy Fury's territory entirely. Who walks out of that ring with their hand raised on June 13th? Does Hall pull off the miracle, or does Tommy Fury show the world exactly why the Fury name belongs in boxing? Drop your prediction in the comments right now, because this one is closer than anyone wants to admit.